My friends, hello. So, at the beginning of my journey to become a leader, I was given the opportunity to serve as the first manager of a Starbucks in a grocery store. I had just graduated high school. I was 17 years old. I was about to go to college for hospitality business. So this was very in line with a lot of things that I needed and wanted. The leadership at the grocery store knew that I wanted to go into management, and they gave me the opportunity. It was really neat. I went through the Starbucks manager training. I hired all the people. I was doing the inventory and the ordering and the firing and the whole deal. I did everything. It was super cool to be 17 and have this responsibility. I was very proud of that. I worked for a gentleman who managed the deli. And so the Starbucks was under the deli because they were both food products. So that's where they placed the Starbucks. So I'm working for this gentleman who wanted nothing to do with these yuppie drinks. He thought that this was just a joke and it was more work than it was worth, and he wanted nothing to do with it. He was very antagonistic, belittling, degrading, just mean. And I mean, I would do the floor set the way Starbucks directed us to, and then he'd say, do it this way because I want you to, and I'd do it that way, and then he'd say, do it this way because that's what Starbucks wants. And it was just mean and annoying. At one time, he literally made me go count the number of ice cubes we had in the 0-degree freezer. Like, that was the kind of stuff. It was just antagonistic. And it was so frustrating and stressful and creating just this anxiety in me that I developed a nervous twitch in my eye for 2 months. And I was like, great, now I'm going to have a permanent issue because of this guy. And so there was really, there was no changing him. And he wasn't going anywhere because he'd been with the grocery store for a long time. So for me, the best solution was to remove myself from the situation. And as soon as I did, my eye twitch went away and I was much happier. I decided that I was not going to allow that experience to be a dark mark in my life, that I was going to find something positive that I could learn from the experience, because otherwise it just would have been a wasted period of time that was full of frustration. So I started thinking really intentionally and thoughtfully about, like, what are things that I can take from this that are going to help me to be better than I was before. And what I decided to focus on was, what this gentleman taught me was how not to lead people. These are all the things not to do. And what happened was, when I thought of it that way, it actually made me feel a lot more positive about the experience. All of a sudden I was like, well, I learned a lot of things that I shouldn't do. And when I don't do these things, I'll be more successful. So for each of us, there's bad things that have happened. Every single one of us have had bad things happen to us. And based on our own scale, some things for one person seem trivial and monumental for the other. And so we need to be really thoughtful about, what are the things that were hard and real for us that we wish didn't happen, and what can we take from it? We can choose to be a victim. We can choose to allow ourselves to feel as though we were wronged or taken advantage of, or whatever it may be, or we can choose to try to find something of value that makes us better as a result of that experience. When we do this, what will happen is we will feel happier and more positive about the experiences we've had, even when they're negative, and we will continue to learn and grow and be better for those around us.